This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk. The UNI football team suffered its first loss of the 2013 campaign against the number 1 ranked team in the Fargo Dome, North Dakota State. Joining us now in place of head coach Mark Farley is offensive assistant Rick Nelson. I understand Coach Farley had to stay back to be with his son, who suffered a tough injury, Coach.
Yes, Jake broke his leg. Sounds like they had to put a rod in his leg. So it must have been pretty severe. It was a clean break. It's just a sad deal. I mean, the loss is bad enough, but for Coach, you know, there's your son laying out on the floor, and he was playing great. He had a great game going. And so our thoughts are just with Mark and Jake, and I think he's going to be fine. It's just a bad situation for him.
Well, the Panthers led almost the entire game until about 3 minutes to go. North Dakota State, they haven't allowed a single point in the fourth quarter all year long. Just take us through the start of the game and how your team felt. They were confident heading into the Fargo Dome to take off the top-ranked team.
Yeah, our kids, we have great kids. They're fun to coach. They're fun to be around. We knew it was going to be hard to play in there because we know what it's like when teams come into our place, just to hear on offense. And actually, we quieted the crowd down for a while. And the fourth quarter, the crowd came in, and my tackles were having a little trouble hearing at that time. They couldn't hear the snap count, so they're trying to watch the ball. I have 2 pretty good tackles, but we couldn't pass pro as well as we needed to, really in those last 2 series. Those kids were getting jumps, and so Cole Morgan was under a little stress. And you know, if we score the first time out, I think it's a different ball game. You know, when they fumbled, you know, we ran a power the first play. They didn't even know how to line up. We hadn't shown that formation, and you know, we didn't block it very well. We should have had a nice gain. I think we got 2 yards. So we had all kinds of opportunities, and but I'm proud of our kids, and we just have class kids.
Yeah, you should be proud of the fight that they showed. And another bright spot, Tyler Sievertson knocked down a career-long 50-yard field goal. Talk about how nice it is to know when you have a field goal kicker that can get it through the uprights and get 3 points for you pretty much once you cross the 50.
Well, you know, kickers are a different group of people. They're great kids, they're just different. And so we leave them alone. They kind of stand away from everybody else. But he has a lot of confidence, and he has a strong leg. I think he's going to probably help us win, you know, a couple games down the stretch here. I bet he's a very good player.
David Johnson, close to 200 yards rushing against the number 1 rushing defense. Talk about what he brings to this team and why he's such an integral part.
Well, we didn't have him in the fourth quarter. He got hurt in the third quarter on a run going down. We were probably inside the 15. Had his hip hit. He makes us go. He made a kid miss on that 85-yard run, and then I don't know how fast he is. I mean, I'm not sure if we know, but I mean, I'd never seen him run that fast. So hopefully he's going to be okay. He's such a good kid, and he's powerful and strong and has great hands. And you know, we missed him. You know, we probably had him out for about 5 series there in the second half. So that was a big loss for us.
Final score, North Dakota State 24, UNI 23, even though it's a loss and even though there were some serious injuries. Why you feel confident heading into next week, which is homecoming, which is Southern Illinois, who they picked up a big win against South Dakota State this week.
Well, as long as I can remember, we've had fights with Southern Illinois. You know, last year down there, I've never seen a game stranger than what happened to us last year. I think it'll be a battle, but I'm glad we're at home. We'll have a great crowd. Homecoming crowds are always, it's packed, and our kids will rebound. Like I said, we have a great group of kids, and they love each other, and I think that's a big part of it. I think we'll be able to put points on the board. You know, they're going to be playing the 34 front and bringing a lot of pressures and things, but we seem to do, we have usually a pretty good game plan against that.
Panthers still in a good spot, 4-1. Make sure you're here in the Dome, 4 o'clock for the game against Southern Illinois for homecoming.